So JJ Watt is out of Houston.
Hallelujah.
Um,
I would say come to Philly, but we have no money.
honestly, it's like, will he still be in the league next year?
Who, JJ Watt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got like a good 5 years left.
Does he?
Yes.
When's the last full season JJ Watt played?
Last season?
And how did that really pan out? It was just a shell of.
It's the Texans. It's the Texans.
He's only played
He's
five.
He's the only threat on the Texans defense. Now they have none. He was getting double teamed.
Well, yeah. That's
He
fair.
sees all the blocking. No one, they're not worried about anyone else on that line.
Okay, well, if anybody picks him up, where does he go?
I don't know. Not here. Not to Philadelphia. Not to Atlanta. Maybe Pittsburgh.
I don't want him in Atlanta.
You're crazy if you don't.
Had to join his brothers. Sure.
Maybe Buffalo.
I mean,
Buffalo has a solid defense. Maybe Indianapolis. Who knows?
Yeah,
only JJ knows where he wants to go. I know where he doesn't want to go.
Where? Houston?
Obviously, doesn't want to go to Houston. Don't want to go to New York either. Either one.
I mean, again, I'm still stuck on point A. Will he still be in the league next year?
Yes, he wants to play.
He wants to play, cool, but who wants him?
Yeah.
And you're bringing up teams that, like, could do with him, but do the teams think they can do with him?
Sir, there's teams that want JJ Watt, sir.
There
are teams that want JJ Watt. Just because you don't want JJ Watt, which I don't know why.
Want JJ Watt personally, but I would like to see him still in the league.
I don't know why you don't want JJ Watt.
Not against us. As far the fuck away from us as possible, playing with or against. I would like to see him only once per season.
So what you're saying is you're still afraid of JJ Watt. Even after
yeah. It's still I still know, if fans are butts about it, because when he's actually healthy, he's a terror. So that's just one aspect of things, though. We're looking at it as a whole.
Well, he'll be fine. He's watching. Trust me.
I suppose so.
Somebody will find use for his services. Trust me. His services are needed throughout the NFL.
Yeah, I guess. I simply can't call it. However, it's 2:00 the day of Elimination Chamber. It's Sunday. You know what that means. Live via satellite, it is Gorilla Game Podcast. I am Carlos Crawford. Alongside with me is Kenny Whitaker. Yeah, I figured I'd just stop. We're going to straight shoot it. Fuck it. Why not?
Why not?
I say why not? Maybe next week we start doing AKAs at the top of the show as opposed to the bottom of the show.
Who knows? We can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever.
Who says what if we don't want to do AKAs? We don't even have to do AKAs anymore if we don't want to. Why not?
Ourselves. Hold on. I like doing the AKs.
I'm saying I like them too, but I'm saying you never know. Maybe next week we don't want to do it next week. We can do whatever we want. It's whatever. It's our show.
Maybe Kenny don't want to.
If I don't want to do AKAs, I just be like, I'm not doing AKAs this week. That's that. Okay. You doing AKAs does not influence me for not wanting to do AKAs. If I don't feel like wanting to do AKA, I'm not going to do it. But I would gladly, participate in your AKAs if you need me to participate in your AKAs. Sometimes I don't feel like doing AKAs.
Appreciate that. Like,
Like I may say my AKA, but if I don't feel like doing the bit, I'll just tell you, yeah, I don't feel like doing the bit. You'll get it another week. I've done that several times on the show. Like that's not a thing for me.
Yeah, that is a good point. You have.
Because it strains the vocal cords, like all those different voices and personalities you got to switch to. There's a lot of strain. See, you only do one vocal switch, right? For the most part, you're like doing everything in your regular voice and cadence until you get the haystack. Me, I got like 4 characters that got 3 different voices and shit. So it's like I get tired.
Actually, that does got to be a strain on your vocal cords.
Yeah, like I do freaking Nacho Man, then I do Vince Black Man. Then if I'm feeling some type of way, I might do like a Triple H thing. I might do like a Lamar L. Jackson thing. Do like, you know what I'm saying? I do like
Lamar Jackson's just shouting now. Like
yeah, like who knows? I do a lot of multiple voices.
You know what I hate? I hate looking at the soundboard and just not being able to find shit.
Just need a real soundboard one day we'll get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I wish I could, move these joints around and it's saved, but it won't do that. So I gotta like low key remember where is everything. I wanted to do the correct dings when you were naming things, and I was like, man, can't even find that shit.
You should have told me slow down so you can find the name.
I can only find the rest of the shit. This sucks. At any rate, this week we're going to draft an all decades team. There are rules to this. It will get weird, maybe. It's gonna get odd. Kenny's gonna piss me off one way or another. I just know it because it's.
And isn't that what you come to see, folks? Come to see. They're not coming to see you, Carlos. They come to see me piss you off. That's comedy gold. No, all the time. I'm just playing. I'm totally kidding. Okay. I don't enjoy pissing you off that often. Okay. I only enjoy pissing you off when you have done something throughout the week to piss me off. And luckily this week, you haven't done anything throughout the week to piss me off. Except call me about Carson Wentz. That kind of pissed me off a second. But not enough for me to piss you off on the show.
Fair enough. But first, Naomi Osaka is so good. She is so good.
Can I take the time? Can I take the time to say I told you so?
You didn't have to tell me so. I do so.
No, I'm talking about people out there in the world.
Ah, yes. Because as I told you,
and one in particular person, one Stephanie Whitaker. That's right, Mom.
Oh yes.
I'm putting you on that Summer Jam screen. Because when I told you Naomi Osaka was the next one up when she beat Serena that first time, like, no, she's not beating Serena for real. That's just the reps. And da. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are, 2 years and straight sets later.
Following morning, I see a Facebook status talking about Naomi Osaka got it now. I was like, yeah. Well. I was about to send it the well emojis, Kenny. But I don't want to do it. I was like, I have respect. So I didn't do it. But
and now she being here to herself. You ever heard when an athlete stays around too long? Or now she's staying around too long, which is a couple years ago. She was still good. She still had it. Now she's staying around too long. Which one is it?
About Serena?
Yeah.
Wow. That was her girl, though. That was her girl.
She's like, sometimes athletes stay around too long. Like, oh, here we go. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear
it. Fickle.
I do not want to hear it, sir. No, ma'am.
Oh, no. Oh, how quickly do they turn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when funny. Shit hit the fan, is you still a fan? Stephanie said, no.
But now Naomi is next one up, bro. She's really good.
Man, absolutely, bro. Like, because I watched the first maybe 4 or so sets. It was up to like
four games in the first set.
Yeah, it was up to like maybe after the first 2 commercials, like 11:30 in the evening. I was like, I gotta work in the morning, so I can't even watch the rest of this. We're going to see how this pans out when I wake up in the morning. And boy, was I happy when I woke up in the morning. Now, she was a little jittery in the first couple of sets, but like once she started to develop a rhythm, oh my God, it was like a clinic. It was like watching Serena play Venus, but Venus was having a hell of a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, Venus can have a good day against Serena and still can't beat Serena. But this was like watching Venus on God mode. That's what it was like watching.
Jeez.
It was amazing.
Back when Venus was good and shit.
It was absolutely amazing.
Back in the time when people were trying to call Venus better than Serena.
You know what?
Remember
I was
that?
one of those people. I was one of those people.
Remember that?
I wholeheartedly admit I was one of those people. However, it was one year they played each other. I was like, okay, I was wrong.
No.
I was wrong. I hope Venus doesn't fall into obscurity like most most athletes' siblings do. But I was wrong. And right when after I admitted I was wrong, like it just immediately started to skyrocket for Serena. Like it was just going nuts for her.
And even I, as a little child, when my mother was saying like, "Oh, Venus is better," I was like, "Serena is better than me." She barely beat you as you beat me. No, she's better though.
Kind of like Blake Griffin and his brother.
Yeah.
I thought the older one was like slightly like great value Blake.
Like Lonzo and LaMelo?
Blake had the most talent, but his brother looked the most fundamental. And I was like, well, fundamentals ain't really going like allure much in the NBA much. And sure enough, he's overseas these days.
Like LaMelo looking better than Lonzo right now?
Woo boy, is LaMelo looking like the best ball out of all 3 of them. So
LeVar was right.
Well, the thing is, Lonzo is starting to fall into like journeyman mediocrity, which kind of sucks. LiAngelo, I have yet to see LiAngelo play.
LiAngelo is not in the league right now. I think he's in the league.
He's not in the league? I thought he played for the Clippers, but he was on the bench.
No, he was on the bench.
Or not the Clippers.
He got cut by Detroit.
The Pistons, yeah. Damn,
he got cut by Detroit.
Man, he can't even stay in the league. That's tough. Well, 1 for 3 ain't bad.
He got 2 for 3. He got 2 boys in the league.
Yeah, 2 for 3 because 2 are still in the league, but one's actually looking like he's going to be a star. Like LaMelo's looking like the best team building decision Michael Jordan's ever made.
That's because that man LeVar did what he didn't do for the other 2 boys and told LaMelo to go overseas and play pros overseas.
Hey, that's another can of worms that needs to be opened real quick because he going overseas instead of like going to college, that actually made him a better player. And to realize that college is starting to look like the jig now, ooh boy. That's going to be an issue as far as NCAA goes, because that's essentially where they make their money, one and dones now, because they realize that, all right, seeing as how we've made it a thing that you have to stay 1 year in order to, you can't go straight from high school straight to the league anymore. We shut that down because that was fucking up our business. So you have to come 1 year. You have to do 1 year of college in order to be eligible to go to the pros. And well, now people are starting to realize, well, now I can go overseas instead
Mm-hmm.
for a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like going to college, better.
But with grown men. Some who've
Now,
had NBA experience.
now the thing I'll argue about college though is that you're actually getting a goddamn education in the process. Now, the education you're supposed to be getting is supposed to be on you to the point where when life and when basketball life does end, and it's going to end, it does, you get old, father time always catches up with you. What afterwards? What next? And that college does that for you. It gives you
Overseas have schools too, though. You know.
well, yeah, overseas has schools too, sure. But you go overseas, you play for a professional team, uh, you can still go to school.
Yes.
Oh, so it'd be like finishing up your education in school as a pro.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh. It's
Oh.
Dunzo for NCAA then. My God.
Yeah.
It's
Why
not
you think,
looking good
what
for
you think LaMelo was doing? You think he was just playing basketball and not doing anything? I think he was. I think it did school. He was only 18.
not now that you mention that, I never 100% thought it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Your man has a full blown education and he was playing with, grown men.
And he probably was doing it online too, which makes it even easier.
Hey man, listen, they did right. They did right. He should have did all three of them though. That's where he
Yeah.
slipped. He shouldn't have treated it like a project. And make little to no mistake. After their high school years, it became a bit of a project. Like, I'm gonna do this with this one. I'm gonna do this with this one. I'm gonna do this with this one.
Well, I don't think it was a big project. His intention was to have them all go to UCLA because that's what Melo committed to. The thing was with UCLA when D'Angelo got caught up in that shoplifting thing overseas,
Ah,
and
yeah, that's
they
right.
took his eligibility away. And for being a kid, the LeVar was like, "Yeah, no, LaMelo's a super kid. Like he's very immature. So instead of him going to college where they could risk on that, I'm just gonna send him to the pros overseas and let him learn how to be a man that way. Because I don't want nothing stupid like that messing up his eligibility.
Exactly. And that was smart. That was a hell of
Because
a
that's what happened to
life
D'Angelo,
pretty
and
much
it set him
made the
back like
decisions.
2 years.
Like life made turned it into a project for real. That's such went down. Like life
Yeah, yeah.
and things panned out differently. However, the fact that LaMelo is looking like the better ball should be putting a fire under Lonzo's ass, but it's like if
Lonzo
you're
like, man, I'm going to Zion Williamson.
hey, get yours. If that ain't if your competition isn't your younger brother, if you don't if competition ain't even if the competition is just within the game, hey, no power to you. It's just overall competition. Your brother is just a product of a byproduct of the competition. I respect that.
Yeah.
So yeah. However,
Is it time?
it's time, Kenny. All
Let's
right.
go. Let's go.
So what we'll be doing is a all day.
If you're explaining the rules, you have frozen a bit, and now you're back.
But I don't know if if you can rock with the 60s.
Do you want to do the 60s?
I'm down to do the 60s.
We can we can do two players from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
All right. So here's the rules then, right?
Right.
I got this from a podcast called Ball in Order that I really like. Now, you have to pick 2 players from each decade. Doesn't matter what position. And if that player spans multiple decades in his career, you can pick which decade that player represents. And it's not that player of that decade, it's the player's entire, weight as a whole as a player, his entire career still. They're just representing the decade. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, you gotta pick 2 players from each decade to make up a team of 12 starters and bench, right? With the 6th person being the 6th man, coming off the bench. And then we pick a coach. We discuss the team chemistry within all this as we go along. And then we'll possibly, if we have time, discuss how a game of that will go down.
Okay, so question. Are we picking our starting 5 first, or are we just picking players and then making our starting 5?
We are picking our starting 5 first. Or let's pick players and then choose the starting 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that idea better. Cause I may fuck up my starting 5 and just be sick and have to own it.
I'm just gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You gonna hate me.
Well,
hate me.
Well, we flipped a coin over who picks Jordan. Because let's be honest, that's who first overall is going to be, regardless of who is picking between us 2.
Correct.
So, coin over who picked Jordan, and you won the toss, so you have Jordan first. So
I'm picking the 90s. He's representing the 90s for me, so that's my first pick out of the
90s. All right. So with that being said, instead of being reactory, I decided to be a little more proactive. And I'm going to pick Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, representing the 70s.
Yep. That's good. All right. That's a good pick. That is a very good pick. I'm not mad at that at all. But I'm gonna raise you, and I'm gonna make my second pick from the 60s. Since you want to do 60s, which means I'm picking Bill Russell.
That's a hard ass pick.
So the first 2 players on this team is Jordan and Bill Russell.
Okay.
And that is my first pick from the 60s.
With that being said,
I need to write this shit down. All right. Team. I got Jordan, Russell. All right. Are you writing yours down also?
yeah, I am.
Okay. Luckily, I don't have to write Michael Jordan's first name. Just put Jordan and you know what I'm talking about. Once you do that, it is your pick.
All right. So, my next pick, representing the 2000s, Kobe Bryant.
Okay. Not mad at that one.
Yeah.
Not bad.
We have to match Jordan.
That's fine.
We can match Jordan here.
That's cool. Because I will also go 2000s. I And I'm going to take LeBron James.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's cool. So, to match that, I'm going to go in the 2010s. I'm going to take Kevin Durant, you son of a bitch.
Okay. That's cool. So I got one from the 90s, one from the 60s, one from the 2010s. Now, I think it's time to take a trip to the 80s.
Okay.
And in the 80s, I going to select Irvin Magic Johnson.
Right. That's not a bad pick at all.
No, it's not. Nigga, I got Jordan, Russell, LeBron, and Magic. I am happy so far. I am loving this.
All right, so I essentially cannot miss with my I can't miss my next pick.
No, you cannot.
All right, bet. Who do I have?
And I still haven't been in the 70s yet.
I have. So I have 170s, 2000, 110s. Yeah. So I'm gonna reach in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna take Scottie Pippen.
Okay. That's cute.
That's cute.
That's real cute. While you going down there trying to be cute, take Scottie Pippen. I'm gonna go ahead to the 70s. I'm gonna take Julius Erving.
Julius Erving wasn't even on my board, doggy. So you can have him.
No, you're tripping. You are tripping. You tripping. You gotta take two from this era? Okay. You are tripping, sir.
I still got one from the 70s too. That's the best part about it. You're not gonna believe what
I got one from the 70s too. Come on.
All right, so 70s, 90s, 10s, 90s. Trying to keep my shit even so I don't like forget who I like didn't pick. So we're gonna go to the 80s. I have a center. I have a shooting guard. I have two small forwards. So we're kind of good on small forwards for now. Shit. All right. So no, we're not gonna go to the 80s for small forward. For our forward.
I got a two guard. I got a point guard.
All right.
I got to play anything.
I am going to exasperate my 2000. No. Yes. All right. So I'm going back to the 90s.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Do you?
I think.
And I'm going to take Kevin Garnett.
Oh, no. Wasn't thinking about that. Okay. We got you a nice little power forward.
Boy, do I.
Yeah, you gotta hope he can stop LeBron. With that being said, thing is how I have my starting center. I'm gonna need someone to come off bench, and I also will be going into the 90s. My pick will be Hakeem Olajuwon.
Fuck. I was like, how he would pick Dream.
That's who I thought you were gonna pick. When you said Garnett, I was like, oh, okay. Thank you.
I was hoping I'd be able to still dream in like the 80s.
No. Yeah, no. Not letting you do that. So I have both of my 90s picks, so I cannot pick from the 90s again.
I have both of my 90s picks as well, so the 90s are done.
Right. I have one from the 60s, one from 2000s, one from the 80s, one from the 70s. Oh, man.
All right. Well,
So much
that
room for activities.
He said so many room for activities. Son of a bitch.
So much room for activities.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. All right. So it's come to my conclusion that I don't have a lot of guards. So let me double check before I make sure that this is the pick that I want. Actually, no, this is not the pick that I want.
I have two guards on my team right
All
now.
right, yeah. Here's what we're gonna do.
I got two
I'm
forwards.
gonna take my other 10's pick.
All right.
And I'm gonna take Steph Curry.
Oh, okay. Oh, 2010s. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you reaching into that bad.
Now I've exasperated my 10's.
Oh, I haven't even gone into the 10s yet. I got LeBron.
It's not even gone into the 10's yet. Shit.
I got LeBron representing 2000s.
Notably, yes.
Oh man. Ooh. So much room for activities.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This is what I love about this draft. It's just us two. We have such a pick of the litter. Like to where like I'm not really 100% pissed, but I am pretty mad about Hakeem Olajuwon. That does kind of put a damper on things for me.
If I were to reach into the 2010s, which I am going to reach the 2010s, and seeing as how this guy, they represent their entire career, I'm going to go ahead, seeing as how I only have two guards who need a guard to come off the bench, I'm going to go ahead and take Dwayne Wade and see where this goes.
Okay. You said 2000? 2000, yeah?
10s.
Oh, the 10s?
Yeah, my first pick in the 10s.
Oh, damn. Is that okay? All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. So my 10s are out, my 90s are out. I got one more in the 2000s. Let's see, who could we find in the 2000s that I could possibly want? Yeah. Oh, I have choices.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, buddy, do I have choices in the 2000s? Ski whoa. All right, okay, all right. Let's not, go crazy here. I don't want AI to complete this cipher. I'd love AI on the team, but nah, we're not gonna take AI.
It's like I don't know what I want to do.
I really don't, bro. I really don't, because it's like I have two small forwards, one power forward, one small forward in which I can make a power forward. So that kind of covers the, backup and flex. I mean the starting and flex. I just need a backup forward. a backup power forward, like legitimate. But then I still need another. Well, I have a shooting guard, point guard.
So this means we're drafting 12 players instead, right?
Yeah, we're going 12.
Yeah.
And then I exasperated my 90s, I exasperated my 10s, my 2000s. Okay, so
I got 5 more picks left.
let's consider another thing, right? Okay, all right.
Make your pick.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and take the pick here. I'm going to take Tim Duncan in the 2000s. God damn, my room is about to be boring as hell, but I'm fine with it.
That's cool. All right. I've used up both my 90s picks. So with that being said, I'm going to take a trip to the 80s.
Okay.
Because I only used one pick. That pick being Magic Johnson.
All right.
So I'm going to go to the 80s. And I'm going to go ahead. And surprisingly, this man's going to come off the bench. But I'm not mad about it, even though I'll probably have like 3 forwards. But I don't really give a damn. Give me Larry Bird. I'll take Larry Bird.
Nice. Excellent pick. I wanted Larry Bird, to be honest, but I already picked so many damn forwards.
Listen, I got 1, 2, 3 forwards. One I wish I could make a power forward. Actually, 2 I could make a power forward. So I'm not worried. My starting 5 is going to be great.
All right. So my 2000s, my 10s, my 90s have been exasperated.
80s
I need to pick 2 in the 80s, 1 in the 70s, 2 in the 60s. Really back myself into a corner here. Really back myself into a corner here. However, I think I know how I'm about to go about this. So the 80s. Yeah. I have one center, don't I? That's for true. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, here's what we'll do then. For the 60s, we're gonna go Wilt the Stilt.
The pick.
Yeah.
Very good pick. My turn, yes?
Yeah.
Well, my intellectual equal, as I applaud your pick in the 60s, I'm also going to go to the 60s.
Okay.
And seeing as how I need guards.
No! No!
Seeing as how the only guards on my team are Jordan and Jordan Magic and Wade.
No!
I'm gonna go ahead and take Oscar Robertson.
Oh, I hate you.
And that is my second 60s pick. Which means I'm done in this era.
Nigga, I am tight right now.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm fucking tight right now. I am sick. You say you exasperated your 60s, correct?
Yep, my 60s is done.
I'm not so sick anymore. All right. Okay.
And these pick you got from the 60s is Wilt, right?
I only got one pick from the 60s, and that's Wilt.
Okay.
I got only one pick from the 70s, and that's Kareem.
I only got one pick from the 70s, and that's Julius Erving.
Okay.
And the pick stands for all decades, so
It would behoove me.
you can't pick.
It would behoove me
Are you in the 60s?
to pick somebody from the 70s before I pick anybody else. So from the 70s, I'm going to take Pete Maravich.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Wait.
Very smart, because if you didn't, he sure was the next pick for me. Very smart. If you did not. Because if you did not, sir, you would be a very angry man.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I need a guard bad.
seeing as how you have picked the person I was going to pick next, you always have a backup for your backup. So that being said, I'm just going to mosey on down here to the 2000s.
I forgot you saw the 2000s and shit.
Since I need a guard, another guard. Since you were debating this, man, I gave you the opportunity. I'm gonna go ahead and take Iverson
Hey,
and not play around.
It is what it is.
And it's crazy in a world where I, as a Sixers fan, have picked Allen Iverson to come off the bench. But hey,
We haven't even made a starting five yet. So
yeah, I know, but he's not gonna be the starter. I can tell you that.
all right,
Sure.
so I have two centers. I have three guards.
I have two picks left.
1, 2,
2000
3,
picks are
4
gone.
forwards.
80's gone. 90's gone. I
4
have
forwards,
a
3
pick from the
guards.
70s and a pick from the 2010s. Okay.
And I got
I
the
got a
8,
pick from the 70s and a pick from the 2010s.
and I need one in the 60s. Okay.
The fact that it's still niggas out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's incredible.
For the 60s.
Right?
No. Fuck it. This toxic motherfucker, man. For the 80s, I'm gonna take Isaiah Thomas.
You said that with such disdain, like you just did not.
Such fucking disdain, because this motherfucker is he's so toxic, bro.
Sometimes you need a little toxicity on your team.
Like, I'm not looking for toxicity. I'm looking for dominance, like legitimate chemistry. This motherfucker Isaiah is going to fuck with Steph and them.
Mm-hmm. My turn. So both of my 90s picks are done in Jordan and Elijah Wan. My 2000s are done with LeBron and Iverson. My 80s are done with Magic and Bird, which means I have one 2010s left and one 70s pick left. So for this, I'm gonna go ahead 70s.
All right.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guards, and 1, 2, 3 forwards. I'm gonna go ahead and take another forward,
All right.
and that forward that I'm selecting is gonna be Rick Barry. Take Rick Barry. Nice little complimentary piece to come off the bench.
You said what decade? 80s?
70s.
70s?
My last 70s pick. Rick Barry.
All right.
Nice little jump shot on him.
70s. I still got the 80s and the. All right. So my last two picks have got to be from the 80s and the 60s.
1, 2, I have one pick left.
How do you have one pick left?
So,
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. All right. All right, so it's 80s or the 60s for me. Which okay.
you doing that? I'm gonna peruse this whole decade.
Oh man, you really killed me with Oscar Robertson, you bitch you. You really did. Like that really fucked me over right there. However, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go. I don't need any more forwards. I need another guard, another center. All right, so I'm gonna go 60s, Jerry West.
Okay. So for my final pick, it has to be from the 2010s. I'm looking through my roster. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guards. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 forwards and 2 centers. I'm trying to determine if I should go guard or center. I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna go guard, and I'm gonna go ahead and take. No, because I got some guys that can play guard too. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go. Damn, I don't know what I'm gonna. This is terrible. I have 2 centers. I'm gonna go ahead. Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna go center. So I can have a third big man. Actually, what I want to do. These 2010s is making it kind of skimp for me to think about.
Yeah. You say you needed a center?
No, I got 2. I got Russell and Elijah on.
I mean, what's another center? Nigga, I went for depth. Like
I did too.
My 12 is balance.
It's just LeBron can play everything, so I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go center, and I'm gonna take Anthony Davis.
Smart move.
I was between him and Dwight, but then I was like, no, Dwight only.
Really? Are you kidding me? The fuck is your problem, Kenny?
What, between him and Dwight?
Yes.
Dwight was all right for.
How are those your 2 choices?
Because those were the.
And you were really like trying to figure it out. Like
those were the only center. Hey, before Dwight fell off, he was that man. He was at work. But Anthony can play outside as well, which is neat.
The last time Dwight Howard's been good was in Orlando. All right. However, with that being said, Mr. Irrelevant in the 70s, Moses Malone.
All right.
Now, who's your coach?
My coach. So we can pick him from any era, correct?
Any era.
My head coach.
all who you think is a matter of who's just going to be the best to coach your team.
Best to coach.
The best coach, in your opinion.
The best coach with these people that I have assembled.
Yes. Again, because team chemistry, locker room chemistry, this all plays in the factor to how this balances out for us.
My coach is gonna be Pat Riley.
Okay.
Coach Pat Riley. That nigga gonna come in and be great. Let me guess, you picking Phil Jackson?
Well, my thing is, right, I'm going to need a coach that's going to do the following. That's going to cater to these, these like eccentric ass egos, first and foremost, because I have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant on my team on one side of the fence. Then I have Tim Duncan, quiet ass. I have Jerry West ass on the team, and he's just like the only even kill person on the team other than Pistol Pete. Then I have Will Chamberlain, who's a bit of an asshole. Then I have Isaiah Thomas, who's a huge asshole. Then I have Moses Malone, who's a wild card. So then I have KG, who's an instigator. So it's just a bunch of like, it's chaos on this team, personality-wise, right? So I need somebody.
Really well, actually, now I'm looking at it.
I'm going to need somebody that's going, be able to corral all these wild ass personalities and keep them from going at each other's throats one way or another, right? Then I'm gonna need somebody that's going to be able to tailor not only a defense but an offense to the style of all these players' plays, in which I think kind of with their skills and we can play in a certain tempo, like a certain high pace yet controlled tempo. So it's looking like Phil Jackson or Chuck Daly for me.
Yeah.
Right?
I was thinking between those two.
Now, you want to take a whole bunch of star power and keep them in check while still like ensuring that they're having fun. So I think that because Chuck Daly play is slower. No. Yeah, no, I'm going with Chuck. Because Phil's offense was more slower and methodical. That triangle offense was, methodical. It's kind of like playing chess with him. I want a little bit of running gun in there too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're really taking Pat.
Yeah, I'm taking Pat Riley. Would you like me to read my roster? You want to read my roster? And you tell me Pat Riley's not a perfect fit for this team?
And your pickup.
Huh?
Who's your starting five in your pickup?
My starting five, point guard, I'm going to have Magic.
All right.
Two guard, of course, Jordan.
Of course.
Small forward, LeBron.
Naturally.
Power forward, I'm going to go ahead and put this is really just tricky. Actually, no. Scratch that. Small forward is going to be Julius.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to put Julius in there.
Very interesting.
And I'll put LeBron at power forward. and my center is going to be Bill Russell.
All right, so you said Magic, MJ, Dr. J, Bron, and then Bill.
Yeah, actually, shit. I need to read this over again.
You said
You
what?
said what?
That's a hard ass five.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it again. I'm like, oh shit.
Like, you got other options, but that's a hard ass 5.
It's gonna be a hard 5 either way because I'm looking at another person I could put at small forward, and I'm about to change it again. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let Bird start at 3.
Smart.
I'll let Bird start at 3. He got some defense on him too, and he can get a bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody on here can defend and get buckets. Well, let's do that. Let's do that.
All right. Now, see, I'm a fucking kid in the candy store when it comes to my forwards. See, I kind of did this to myself a little bit because I am legitimately a kid in the candy store because I can start Kevin Durant, I can start Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying? All right, yeah.
But now I'm thinking like, damn, will Bird be able to run?
See what I mean?
I don't know if
Oh,
he'll be
yeah,
able to run.
my offense is a little more all right.
I don't know if Bird gonna be able to run with these guys.
And
Actually, I think he will be able.
all right, so my starting 5.
Bird can be able to run. He's fine.
My starting 5 is going to consist of Steph Curry at point,
Okay. He's too
Kobe
small,
at shooting guard,
of course.
KD at small forward,
Of course.
KG at power forward,
Okay.
and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at center.
Okay.
All right. And the best part about my team, I can really switch up. Like I can really like switch up these positions and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. Because I could bring Oscar in and he can play forward just as fine. Or I could bring Elijah in and he can play forward too if he wants. You know, so
Tim Duncan can play both center and power forward. KG can play both forwards. KD can play both forwards. Kobe can play both guards. Steph can play both guards. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can play center and power forward. Like the only pure, players that I have is Pete, Moses, and Jerry and Isaiah.
Listen.
And which Jerry can sometimes play shooting guard.
LeBron can play all 5. So that's fine. AI can play point guard or 2 guard.
I can play center, but all right.
AI can play point and 2. Dwayne can play point and 2. Elijah can play power forward or center. Barry can play power forward or center. Davis can play power forward and center.
A lot of versatility going on here. So I'm going to play it like this, right? I'm going to have, of course, Kobe versus MJ. That's always fun. That's always a good time. I'm going to have KD on LeBron.
Okay.
And which I'm putting KG on Larry, which should be a lot of fun. And which Steph has no choice but to play Magic. I probably should have considered height. You know what? Steph isn't starting anymore. Steph isn't starting anymore. We're going to put in Pete. Because Pete strapped up too. You know what I'm saying? So we got 6'5" Pete versus 6'8" Magic. I like those odds a little better.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Just a little better. Just a little better. It's probably not going to get the job done for him, but it's something. So yeah, Pete on Magic, Kobe on MJ, KD on LeBron, KG on Bird, and then Kareem on Bill. That should be a lot of fun because Bill got to stop that sky hook. What are you going to do about that sky hook? All else fails, it's always going to come back to the sky hook or two shots. What's it going to be?
I'm going to take Bill out and put Olajuwon in so he can block that shit. We're talking about the career leader of blocks here, Carlos. A block is going to happen.
About a blockable shot that can only lead to a foul if you block it.
A block is going to happen.
We've established the sky hook and why the sky hook is so amazing. We've established this before.
We've never seen Olajuwon against it.
You can't do anything but hope he misses.
Have we seen Olajuwon against the sky hook?
Have we?
No, haven't. I'm interested to see how that works.
Again,
Olajuwon just as tall.
Again, if it ends in the block, it's most likely a foul.
To you.
No, not
the referee.
Not to me. Proven. This is a proven fact.
To you.
It's very rare that it's blocked.
You haven't seen it against Olajuwon.
Your best bet is stopping the sky hook is pickpocketing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar while he's doing his motion. That's your best bet. Because when it extends, you can't stop it because of the trajectory of the shot. That's why you can't stop it. So you can jump as high as you can. You can be as tall as you can be. The trajectory of the shot, along with how tall Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is, along with that arm extension alone, it's kind of ballooning into the net.
I'm interested to see what Olajuwon can do.
Now,
those are odds I'll take.
Oh, we're not talking to zone here because zone's for cowards. So we're just going to stick to the matchups. MJ versus Kobe. The computers blow up after that. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan always finds a way on time.
But the Mamba mentality.
Where do you think he learned it from?
But it was perfected. You know what I'm saying? My mentality is Jordan's work ethic 2.0.
Yeah, okay.
So
still got you one less ring.
That's for true. I can't
and much lesser MVPs.
However, it's going to be a long day for MJ because he's essentially playing against himself.
Okay, he'll be just fine.
He'll be effective still, but
Did you know what he's gonna say?
You gotta actually work for it today.
Did you know what you're gonna say to Kobe when he has the ball? Everybody in the arena knew you weren't going to pass it. Get that charge.
Also, I don't like your team. You got a bunch of shit talkers on your team, B.
Oh yeah, we talking big shit to you, buddy.
However,
all we gotta do is piss Isaiah off. You think Kobe think he's better than you? You gonna let him act like he's better than you? And Jordan already don't rock with Isaiah. He could be talking shit to Isaiah on the whole sideline. You think you can do better? You need to tell him you can do better. We gonna fuck with y'all head.
For what it's worth, though, Wilt gonna instigate his ass off. Not instigate, but like he gonna run people the wrong way.
That's so
on a
wrong.
consistent. And then KG is just gonna instigate his ass off. KG gonna piss everybody on your team off one way or another.
You really want to piss Michael Jordan off? And
No.
Magic Johnson and Larry Bird together?
Not, but still.
You want to piss all of them off together? You really want to do that?
No, but he's going to do it anyway.
Okay, you're gonna lose.
That's what it
You
all
don't
boils-
want You don't awake sleeping giants over here, okay? Is that what you're gonna do?
It's not a matter of awaking sleeping giants. It's a matter of figuring out how to live rent free in people's heads.
They're not gonna live rent free because Pat Riley gonna be on the sideline telling them that he's trying to live rent free in your head.
Listen,
All bases are covered, and all Pat gonna do is use all that shit they was talking and put it in their hands to whoop your ass. Jordan don't need motivation. He made up somebody scored talk shit to him after the game just to go off on him. Jordan don't need no extra help. You really want to give him extra help?
Here's the thing: they talk shit, but like KG, he psychologically got. He said Lala tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, dog. Like
Carmelo not on this
team. Somebody from your team is fighting KG.
Carmelo not on this team. Carmelo not on this team. Okay? That's not a thing. Okay? Imagine don't even worry about you talking trash. Imagine just gonna be like, oh yeah.
He's not talking trash at your talent or anything like that. No. He'll get into your personal life as well.
He gonna talk trash to Larry Bird?
You said what?
He gonna talk trash to Larry Bird?
The thing about Larry Bird is he'll bust your ass and talk shit in the process. He doesn't talk trash and then proceed to bust your ass. He'll literally score on you and then say something. Or literally will be in mid-shot and be talking shit knowing that it's going in.
Mm-hmm. You talk shit to Larry Bird all you want, he gonna pull it through and be like, what does that taste like?
Yeah, that's a fair point too.
There's nothing, all that trash talking you try to do, that shit ain't gonna work. That shit is not gonna work. It might get the Rick Barry ass.
Well, yeah, KG is on. I do have KG on Larry. That's yeah. All right, well, Katie on Braun. Well, at least I know if I wanted 3 from outside from KD, that's most likely going in. There's nothing anyone can do about it. That makes me feel a little better.
Whatever makes you feel better, that's fine.
Makes me feel a little better about that.
Whatever makes you feel a little better, that's fine.
Because as we say, Kenny, 3 is more than 2. So I
right. That's why I got Bird and Jordan out here.
I got Pistol Pete up against Magic Johnson. Pistol Pete's food. What's the point even arguing? He's food.
Well, you're Magic. A Skyhook. I raise you, baby Skyhook.
He is food against Magic. Like
baby Skyhook.
Can Pete shoot a 3? Yes. Because statistically speaking, he can. If there was a 3-point line, he would have been averaging 60 points a game. You got Pistol Pete killing Magic? Wow.
Who said that?
No, it wasn't.
Magic was just longer than everybody.
Yeah.
All right, but guess what? Pistol Pete. Why do you think they call him Pistol Pete?
Yeah. Yeah, I got the upper hand on this.
You were ready to concede just 5 seconds ago.
I was ready to concede on this one.
Don't jump my way.
No. Because you're winning my argument here. So
what did he say?
Thank you.
What did he say?
It turns out Pistol Pete is not the food. It's Magic that's the food in this matchup.
How so?
Because we fail to forget, Magic can't play on ball defense.
I didn't say he couldn't. I said he did.
He didn't.
He was just longer than everybody else.
And which Caleb said he was just longer than everybody else. But Pistol Pete was quick.
Scottie Pippen ate Magic Johnson.
He also failed to forget.
Scottie Pippen did eat Magic Johnson.
Even if he also gets past Magic, he still got to deal with Bill Russell in the paint. And if I feel like it, I could just switch LeVon to point. So it doesn't even matter.
Well, the thing about Pistol Pete is that, he can pass a hell of out of a ball, So That,
He
that
gonna be
chart,
he gonna,
it,
he
it
gonna be
looks like
passing a lot.
Kareem got the ball, and
He
well,
gonna be
let's see
he
later.
gonna be passing a lot. He gonna be passing a lot. Which is totally fine with me. Let him pass. Only what?
Each decade, from the 60s to the 2010s, making up 12 players. Didn't matter which position or anything like that. So, who would have been? Who would you have picked up?
Hakeem Olajuwon and Tim Duncan.
All right, so 80s and the 2000s,
You got
or 90s and 2000s.
you got Bron at the 3.
Brian 3, that's your 2010s.
You got Mike,
That's your other 90s.
and you have.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who has to play point, but let's make it sweet though. Penny
Penny Hardaway.
as your point guard.
Wow.
Coming off my bench, I would then have KD, Pistol Pete.
All right,
I would have John Havlicek.
all right.
I would have Oscar Robinson, Mr. Triple Double,
I really wanted Oscar Robertson so bad.
and Kareem.
That's son of a bitch, Kenny. I wanted Oscar Robertson so bad.
You really thought I was gonna let you leave Oscar Robinson on the board so you could pick him?
Oscar Robertson and Hakeem Olajuwon were the only two picks that pissed me off that Kenny picked.
But if you think about it, you put Hakeem and Tim Duncan together. Duncan's gonna hit the mid range, everything. Hakeem gonna give you everything on the block. All right,
Well, I have Tim and Kareem,
that's fine.
so it works as well. All right.
Okay. And then I got Bron. I got Mike.
He got Braun and Mike.
Matter of fact, even if I took Bron away, I can give whoever Bron. I'll take Scottie Pippen at my 3.
I have Scotty.
Okay, you can have Scottie Pippen. Then I'll take KD as my 3.
I have Katie as well.
Okay.
All right. See, T-Mac would have been a solid pick
T-Mac
too.
is my 3.
See, this you could have went anywhere with these.
All right, hold on, wait. I'll give you one more. If you took Mike and he took Kobe, I'll take Vince Carter at my 2. I can take AI at my 2.
He took AI.
Okay. Sweeten the deal. You ready? Watch this. I could take anybody, a plethora of 2s here. Ready?
What is that?
The expert.
So let's go
Hey,
right
where's
now.
that?
Let's go right now. Think about it, right?
What do you say?
Penny at my 1.
Right.
I could move Penny to my 2 and take Tim Hardaway as my 1.
Penny or you could take either Hardaway.
Or if I wanted to, I could keep Penny at my 1, play Steph at my 2.
Steph at 2.
And then at that point, now we cooking with gas, baby.
And now you got yourself a soup.
If I don't take Steph, I take Ray Allen at my 2. I'm talking about Seattle Supersonics Ray Allen.
Yes.
All right. If I don't take Ray Allen at my 2, Slim, I could take Michael Finley at my 2.
Michael Finley, he's digging deep now.
Okay.
Yeah, he reached it in the bag.
Looking at the greats anymore. He's like, what's the best team possible?
And then
He
if I
reached it down. He reached it down to Michael Finley.
and Steve Nash at my 1. All right. You got Tim Duncan. I can give you Tim Duncan, and I'll take Amari Stoudemire. Come on, bro. Any team I put together is going to slaughter. What am I?
All right.
Oh, lest I forget. I'm sorry, because neither one of you picked him. I know it. I know for a fact. You ready? Okay, let's take Penny out. Boom. Let's put Steph at my 2. Boom. Let's put Chris Paul at my 1. Come on. Huh? Yeah, you say what? Yeah, I know. You say F.
You wanna hear who we actually ended up picking up? Just for shits and giggles. You know,
me?
maybe the wheels work off of what we got. So, all right, 12 players, right? I picked up Kareem, Kobe, KD, Scotty, KG, Steph, Tim Duncan, Wilt Chamberlain, Pistol Pete.
You have too many same players already. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah.
You have too many 3s. All right, and like you have Scotty and KD, like they're 3s, maybe 4. Well, KD's case maybe 4, but then you got like Tim Duncan, and you can't really play. And one, hold on, let me let you continue. I'm sorry, because I know that y'all didn't pick one name.
I have Isaiah, Jerry West, and Moses Malone.
Okay.
With Chuck Daly as my coach.
Okay.
It started to get a little skimp towards the end for me.
Mm.
Because I exasperated all my late errors.
You weren't deep in your bag, that's why.
I exasperated my late errors first. That's why. Yeah. So Kenny ended up with the first pick, and we all know who's the first pick.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yep.
So Jordan, Bill Russell, LeBron, Magic, Dr. J, Hakeem, D. Wade, Larry Bird, Oscar Robertson, AI, Rick Barry, Anthony Davis, with Pat Riley as coach.
He has a very balanced team, but he also has too many wings.
Right.
All right, but then this is the thing. Are you ready?
You said I got to make what?
Wings.
Yeah, no. But it was getting skipped. I couldn't pick Dwight Howard.
Nobody thought to pick up Dirk Nowitzki.
I thought about it, but I used up my picks already.
Yeah.
Actually, if you would have took Dirk, nobody thought to take Charles Barkley.
I used up my picks already. I ended up getting Jordan and Elijah Wan.
Again, my 90s consisted of Scotty and KG.
Okay.
So
yeah, I wouldn't have went with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
I would have took again. I'd have went 2000s, used that 90s pick on the 2000s, and I'd have got Dirk. Boom. Or if you did want to stay in the 90s again, then you could have easily went with Charles Barkley or Dennis Rodman.
You gotta tell me what he's saying because it's low.
Yeah, damn. Hey, you know what? Dennis Rodman was on the pick list for me.
Yeah. But I couldn't pass up Elijah Wan though. That was the hard part.
You ready?
You could have even taken Dennis Rodman in the 80s too.
Exactly. With all the moving parts that I would put together, y'all chose some good coaches.
But you left Bird up there. So I just took Bird.
You're taking a triangle. Of course you're taking a triangle. It was between Phil and Chuck for me. Because we also took into account team chemistry and locker room as well.
He got a lot of assholes on his team. He got a lot of big for his team.
Puts talent together and makes them play well better than Phil Jackson. All right, y'all have a good day.
It was between Pat Riley and Red Auerbach for me.
Red Auerbach for you?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. My thing is Chuck Daly was the coach of the dream team. So.
Oh. It could have been Pat Riley just as easily. Pat Riley retired.
I want to tell Caleb that was my logic in it all, but he would have. You know what? I probably should have told him the logic in that.
Well, needless to say, both of these teams have pros and cons about it. So,
yeah, I mean,
I got too many wings, obviously. But
however, you bring in you bring in the substitutes. You know what I'm saying? That's where things get a little, more interesting. Again,
you got coming off the bench.
Essentially the same player multiple times, but that just means that I have depth as far as substitutes go, because I can still run the same offense and defense. That's the way I look at it, at least. So it could still be the same consistent game that I want to run. You know what I mean? And then again, he say that they're the same parts, but these same parts are also interchangeable, and I stand by that. However, he did bring up excellent points and names though, and there were points and names that I didn't even think of either. So again, this is why he's the house expert.
Yeah.
However, if I sub out my 5, right, that would put me at Jerry West, Isaiah at point, Jerry West at shooting guard, Scotty at small forward, Tim Duncan at power forward, and Wilt Chamberlain as my center. See what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just because the parts change don't mean that the strategy changes. It's still consistent. And then not only that, for me, it's consistent in the fashion of the same offense. It's consistent in the sense of I can put anybody in there and plug and play it, and they're going to play their game, and it's going to be the same as if I plug in this person or that person. Are there fallacies to it? Possibly. However, again, I like my chances on it. I like the gamble on that because, yeah, as Caleb points out, I have essentially the same players, but these same players all have different different nuanced abilities about them. And that's another thing I look for. So again, there was a lot of factors that I played into my picks. And granted, Caleb pointed out some flaws in them, but I'm still confident in my picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's all that matters. Like if I was to switch mine out, I would have Oscar at point, Wade at 2, Irvin at 3.
I'm never gonna get over Oscar Robinson for you, dog.
Anthony Davis at 4 and Hakeem at center. So it'd be Robinson, Wade, Irvin, Davis, and Hakeem. And I still got Iverson and Rick Barry on the bench.
I respect it. Like that is a hell of a setup too. Like honestly, the pooch for me was kind of screwed when I didn't pick up LeBron to counteract MJ. I picked up Kobe instead.
Which I knew you were gonna do. I was like, he's gonna pick Kobe, and I'm gonna take LeBron. And I picked Bill Russell second, which means I gave you another chance to get LeBron. I was like, all right, pick 3, LeBron James. I'll take him.
I think that's kind of how I feel about LeBron, if that makes sense. I honestly thought Kobe would be, the deciding factor between, or how we can stop MJ. I didn't even think of how we can stop LeBron. I think that one through. No. Nonetheless, looking at
What? Looking at what? Oh, I think it's done that again.
you may take the W.
Say what?
I said only. The way I see it, you may end up taking the W here.
Got more balance. More balance on my team. But it's still fun to do. Dream matchups like this are always fun to do. So, it is what it is. And with that being said,
you think that's fun? Wait till we do football.
That's too many positions.
Now we're going to do the skill positions. We're going to do the skill positions.
Oh, okay.
And only starters. So it'd be like
quarterback, 2 wide receivers, running back, tight end.
Quarterback, halfback, receivers, 3 receivers.
3, okay.
And a tight end.
Oh, so that's fantasy. Okay.
And then for defense, we'll do 2 corners, 2 safeties, and one linebacker, one lineman.
Okay. Well, write that down so you remember.
I'll remember it because I'll just pretty much copy and paste off of what we did here for basketball, and that's how I just came up with it on the fly for football. Hell, I could
Okay,
probably
well,
come up with it on the fly for hockey or something. No,
all
you
right.
don't want
Yeah.
however, final thoughts.
Uh, I don't have any. I don't have any final thoughts. You know, 'cause, yeah, I don't have any final thoughts. Don't have anything that's like pressing on my mind. So, I know you have a final thought.
Yeah, I do. Give me a sec.
As we get started in a second. All right, good. I'm gonna try to make this team on 2K and see what happens.
You may gotta, to be honest. However, my final thought is this. A few weeks back, I a classmate of mine from high school passed away from COVID. Um, and I've been trying to kind of processing. I've been trying to kind of, process things or so because this is like probably the first time, somebody, I mean, within that realm, of close to me passed away since my man's Matt. Um, however, uh, before this weekend even started, somebody in my, friend community that I consider my family, uh, my sister Kat lost her oldest brother Will, and that in particular, um, has caused me to at least say a few words. I just feel uh, complicit, not complicit. That's not the right context right now, but I just feel like a bit of an asshole, I guess you could say, to not say anything. Um, I had a large respect for Jackie off the strength that she was unapologetically herself. And that's something that, I try to walk every day of my life, being unapologetically myself. Whether anybody likes it or not, most people like it, some people don't. It's it's something that I try to trace every day. Um, and she embodied that. And my condolences go to her family and the people that were close to her as well, who are also, some friends and acquaintances of mine. Um, as far as Will goes, that one, that one hurt. Um, he had just became a father, you know. That that hurt. And he was just so fucking dope, man. Just so dope. Like, just his demeanor, it was just bright and jovial and aggressively funny. I loved it, you know. And, and it was just always a good time anytime he was around. and man, I my heart hurts for the entire family. Um, because I love them to death too, you know. And as I told Kat, if she needs anything, if they need anything, I'm here. Um, I'm just crushed because, man, it was Caleb's age, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like Caleb dying. Like, it, yeah. Rest in peace, Wilito. Bring it home, Kenny.
That being said, my name's Kenneth Whitaker, aka Kendrick Solo, the original owner of the Millennium Falcon. That kind of made me sad because I know how dealing with that is. So probably not.
We're
Probably
gonna
not.
finish strong though. We gotta finish strong.
Yeah, that kind of brought me down.
I know, but
You will receive some joy for the end of this podcast.
that's a good one.
That's not even what that was supposed to be, but it's
I
fine.
mean, that's how you presented it. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, I know. I mixed the AKAs up. I've mixed them up, but it's all right. AKA Last Black Jedi. Do not, there is no try. AKA Mr. Ghost Slick Vodka. What's this dance right now? Oh, you wanna go? You wanna go? Yeah. Oh, Superman is so great.
What a movie! Like,
What a movie indeed.
it never gets old. It's a movie that came up to my attention recently that was a classic.
What?
Neighbors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Neighbors is hilarious.
And they were throwing the frat house throwing the house party, and the police started pulling up. I was like, "Who knew?" I was like, "Hey." They're really trying to decipher what Hootie Who, man. It was like from an Outcast song. I was like, "Go the fuck ahead, Joe."
AKA Nacho Man, I'm a savage. Ooh, yeah. See, what you need to understand is, G, that even though you present yourself a new fancy mic, you'll never be as good as the Nacho Man yet. Because the Nacho Man knows what a thought likes to think, G. And the Nacho Man knows that a thought's main thought process is to try to get inside the Nacho Man's head to make him spin his little coins. But all the Nacho Man's coins go to Slim Jims. Yeah. So there's no way, G, that I'll ever be a victim of a thoughts and methods. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Nacho Man, I'm a Savage, live from Wall Street. Back to you, Gorilla.
Who took away my camera cover? Yeah. Had to use my finger. Improvise. AKA the very sexual, the very taut.
Very taut, yes.
Austin Powers Faja.
Wait, is Faja?
Dad is Faja.
Ah. Father.
Chili's baby hips. I ate a baby. Baby. It's what's for dinner, baby. The other white meat.
No.
It kind of looks like a baby.
A baby.
I'm bigger than you. I'm higher in the food chain. Get in my belly.
They really said I'm higher than the food chain, no? Yo. Fat bastard was wilding.
AKA Vincent Kennedy Black Man. Yeah. Tonight's the night that I ruin everyone's lives at Elimination Chamber because you people don't deserve to be happy. I'm going to bring you Edge back and then I'm going to take away your joy because you people are trying to take away my joy by watching AEW instead of NXT on Wednesdays. So because of that, I'm going to get all your favorites. Get AJ Styles. Get Kevin Owens if he still like him anymore. I don't know who you people like because you guys always changing with the seasons. And get Finn Balor. And we're going to have ourselves a who gets buried the most match. And it's going to take place where, Carlos?
In your office.
In my office. And once I bury each and every one of your favorites, you people are going to be stuck in the conundrum of dealing with either Hulk Hogan, Roman Reigns, or someone else that you don't like, that I like. I don't know. I'll just have to go through my anals and pick. Maybe I'll pick Hunter. Maybe I'll pick Batista. Or maybe I'll pick Ric Flair and Randy Orton and bring back Evolution old head style.
Dear God, no. To bring it home, I am Carlos Crawford, aka coming from out of the floor in the Elimination Chamber to kick Undertaker's head off. It's Chin Music Charlie. I really think it was Triple H that got his head kicked off.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Undertaker.
Off, but you know, we'll move on. We'll move on. AKA Thick Blair. You are light years from being where I've been my entire career.
Hey, yo, every time you do the little Ric Flair gimmicks, yo, I always just die laughing, yo, because I just can't. I can't get over how great Ric Flair promos were. Amazing.
Losing, oh yes. Losing, oh yes. AKA Matt Miller. I heard they got nice cars up in heaven. Free liquor about the bar and the brightest fucking stars up in heaven. Heard that you could chill, not worry about the police, not worry about someone fighting because everything just at peace. Heard the streets pay with gold. The women all gorgeous. You just float, can't even feel where the floor is. I heard heaven got a brand new venue next to that restaurant. You love that menu. AKA Gelato Graham. I was the biggest free agent one year because of my guarantee demand. 2 million, 2 ounces. AKA the idiom savant. Ah, man, time flies when you're having fun, right, Kenny? Because how long has this episode been? I don't know.
We'll find out in edit.
Yeah, I guess we will find out on the editing floor, right? However, to bring it on home, AKA Haystack West. God damn it. I lost the punch button. Oh, here it is. Shut that cult nonsense. You're not going to get any of us. What's the con? No con. I was sent from God to save this world. You weren't. You weren't. Thank you. I already said that. From what I've gathered from my dull yet competent cohort and his religiously sound friend here, no doubt, you bordered the lines of terrorism using people's beliefs as a way to urge them into oblivion. And that is why I'm using every ounce of me not to kill you now. Yeah, we're a few miles out before we get paid. Stay away from that trigger, huh? My brother's cheapo. Ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 127.
Right. These numbers are getting higher and higher. We're legit getting higher and higher numbers, yo. Like, I know that happens, but every time I hear a number, I be like, damn, we've been at it this long.
Yeah, the numbers get higher, and so do I, Kenny.
Okay, we're off this.
Love you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're off this.
Wow.